Welcome to the Martin Paul Field on the campus of Pascack Hills High School. Today, the Broncos of Pascack Hills take on Emerson Park Ridge High School in an NJILL Boys Lacrosse contest. In order for this game to be fairly contested, it is expected that you will demonstrate good sportsmanship, that you will accept the decisions of the officials, and that you will do nothing to jeopardize the safety of the players, coaches, officials, or other spectators. All the high school student athletes competing today deserve the respect of everyone in attendance. Spectators are also reminded to remain in the stands at all times. Inability to comply with these simple requests may cause you to lose the privilege of watching this game. We thank you for your anticipated cooperation and for making this an enjoyable, competitive experience for all. Emerson Park Ridge is coached by Mr. Chris Roca. The Broncos are coached by Mr. David Bucko and assisted by Mr. John Esposito, Mr. Tyler Johnson, and Mr. Ryan Melly. Your officials for today's games are Mr. Anthony Florio and Mr. Paul Ward. At this time, we ask that all please rise and remove their hats as we listen to our Pascack Hills Chamber Choir sing our national anthem.
And so, for the first time this spring, a good afternoon to you all. I'm Matthew Merlino. Welcome to our first of many coverages that we have planned for our Pascack Hills lacrosse teams this spring sports season. As you just heard from our wonderful public address announcer, Paul Henry, we are ready for this matchup between the Pascack Hills Broncos and the Park Ridge Emerson Owls. Let's get ready to go. Once again, this is Matthew Merlino. Very happy to be with you for the first of many times this spring. The Broncos are 2-0 coming off their games over the spring break. Let's see if they can continue that streak against the Owls. We are ready for the face-off at the midline for the Broncos. It is the junior Zach Groves, a standout hockey star this year, leading the Pascack team with, I believe, 31 goals to their first ever quarterfinal berth, but now he's on the turf ready for lacrosse, and we're underway. It's going to get out, and Groves is going to get it. He's going to give it over to C.J. Driver, another standout star for our Bronco lacrosse team. And he gives it over to Mark Espinoza, one of 4 seniors this year for the Broncos. Let's Driver with it. He's going to rock it over to Groves. And Groves over to Ryan Davis, who then gives it on the right to Michael Weaver. Davis and Weaver go back and forth again. And now Weaver gives it in. It's lost, goes out of bounds, however. That'll be a Park Ridge inbound play coming. We finally got some video here. We were on the radio broadcast for the first few minutes. But now let's get back to it. Park Ridge on the offensive. But a good play from the Broncos to get it back. Shot was blocked there. That shot coming from John Stewart, another senior, number 9. And now Park Ridge takes it up. Matt Rossi with it. Rossi all the way upfield on his own, but in comes Cole Brennesser to cover him off. And now it's going to be Matthew Garrido with it, number 8 for Park Ridge. Out of bounds once again. And now it'll be the Broncos who get the inbound. Michael Weaver will give it to somebody. We don't know who just yet. Weaver, all on his own, coming up with a nice move. Gives it over. And now it's John Stewart. Stewart behind the goal to Espinoza. Driver now. Some nice moves. He's going to drive in. Shoots, but it was a nice save from Park Ridge. Lost on the ground. And Hills gets it. Ryan Davis. No, now back on the ground, and now it's going to be Park Ridge. Owls will take it up. It's going to be Schechter. Aiden Schechter with it. And now back behind the goal over to Brendan Burns, number 20. Gives it over to Garrido, who gives it to Futchis. And now it'll be Schechter. Schechter driving in. It was a good play. And now the goalie has it for Pascack Hills. Number 33, John Rothschild. And now it's going to be Davis again. Right at that center logo. But Park Ridge gets it back. Good play from Luke McPhee. He's got it. Driving in, looking for somebody. Finds it, and Aiden Schechter. Schechter back to Futchis. Now over to Garrido. Garrido calming it down. Now he gives it back over to Brendan Burns. Burns driving in, shoots! Nice save from Rothschild. Rothschild will get it, the goalie, and he gives it up to Davis. And now it's going to be Cole Brennesser. He gives it over to Driver. Driver looking for a way around, goes behind the goal to Espinoza. Driver with it again, gives it over to Brennesser. Brennesser will take it back to the football 40-yard line here. He's going to give it over to Davis. Just under 7 minutes to go as a sub. For Pascack Hills, it's Zach Groves who comes back on, and he gets it. And now it is Stewart. Stewart with a spin move behind the goal. Shoots! No, it goes far. And Park Ridge gets it. No. It's on the ground. Scrum for it, and a whistle. It's going to go the Owls' way. Espinoza with it for the Broncos. He gives it to C.J. Driver. Driver up to Groves. Groves back over to Freitag. It's Dylan Freitag, number 8. It's center mid, but now it's Brennisser. Moving over to the right, shoots, and it goes high over the goal and out of bounds. Broncos will get it. Driver. He's going to take it in. Now behind the goal. Looking for a shot. Can't get it off. Fires. But no, it goes over. Broncos will get it once again. It's a sort of strange rule in lacrosse. When you're shooting it, you kind of get a second chance if you're the closest to the ball when it goes out of bounds. That's only when you're shooting it. If it's passing, it's like any other sport. When it goes out, it's the other team. Look at Groves. Big charge. Fires! But no. Looked like it went in the back of the net, but I guess a foul called there on Pascack Hills as the Owls take it up. Rothschild with it, the goalie. But now Park Ridge gets it back. Shot. Another save. 2 saves by Rothschild. Some great work. Goes out. Stays with Park Ridge. Going to be Matthew Garrido with it. Now Park Ridge going behind the goal with Aiden Schechter. Schechter, some big checks there, but he lost a man. And now a shot. It's going to go wide. Shot from Andrew Rossi. They still have it stick with the Owls, and now it's Brendan Burns. Burns still with it, shattered by D'Alessandro. And he gives it over to Futchess. Schechter. Who's going to have it? It's still Schechter. Schechter gives it over to Rossi. Schechter now with it. Off the pass from Futchess. Nick Futchess, number 22. And now it will be Burns. Burns has it. Brendan Burns. Gets past the man. Now gives it in the middle. Rossi with a long shot. It goes just wide and out of bounds. Owls will stay with it. They've gotten a few chances here. Actually, about 5, I would say. More than a few. And there's 3 minutes left in this first quarter. Schechter, Aiden Schechter, number 4. High up in the air, Park Ridge might keep it. They do. Groves is there. But no, Burns staying with it. So he makes his way back over to the right side, his side. Hearns gives it over to Rossi on the left. Rossi up. Shot no. On the ground. Still Park Ridge with it. Now Rothschild makes the save. He's going to give it out to... Oh, that was D'Alessandro with the ball. But now it's more upfield and into Davis. Ryan Davis with 2 men on him. He goes through. Now to Driver. CJ Driver. Still got it with him. Looking for a pass. Slows it a bit down. Makes a move. Gives it back behind the goal. It's to Espinoza. And Espinoza moving in. Shot. Going to be saved. But still, Pascack Hills with it. Stewart, number 9. John Stewart, one of 4 seniors. He's going to try and make his chance. No. Tried to give it up to Espinoza, but they couldn't get it. Now the scrum for the ball. Who's it going to go to? It still stays with Pascack Hills. And now a big shot and in for Michael Weaver, number 4, as Pascack Hills takes a 1-0 lead. 1 minute 21 to go in the first quarter. Pascack Hills, the Broncos up 1-0 on the Park Ridge Owls off that goal from Mike Weaver. We're ready for the second face-off of this one. It's Groves against Luke McPhee for Park Ridge, as they were at the start. Some substitutions for the Owls. Matthew Garrido comes back on the left midfielder position. On the break, it is still on the ground, still on the ground. Still on the ground. Now finally it goes to the Broncos. And it's going to be Connor Onikian, number 3. Onikian gives it over to Stewart. Back to Onikian. And he gives it over to Brennisser. But now, still Brennisser with it. No, it's Driver. Excuse me, CJ Driver with it. Number 2 on number 2, Matt Rossi covering him. Driver ready for another charge, just 30 seconds to go. Tries the shot, it goes just a bit wide out of bounds, but it'll stay with the Broncos. It looks like Stewart will take it in. 24 seconds on the clock here to end the first quarter of play. Stewart will give it over to Espinoza. On the ground, just 15 seconds. Now up to Davis. Davis in the middle. Now over to Brennisser. Oh! Big block, almost intercepted there from Park Ridge. And now up the field. It's McPhee. Got 1 second and no time there. We'll go to the end of the first quarter. The score 1-0. The Broncos lead the Park Ridge Owls. Keep it right here on PH Athletics for the rest of today's game. Well, it has been a good time for the Pascack Hills boys lacrosse team as of late. A good start to the year. They've gone 3-0, 2-0 in league play. Started off the year with an 18-6 win over Eastern Christian and followed it up with two 13-6 victories, one over Bergen Tech and then a 6-2 victory over Demarest. And now they face Park Ridge head-on, leading them 1-0. 12 minutes to play before halftime here. It's Park Ridge who starts with it. Good move there from Matthew Garrido. He gives it over to Aiden Schechter. Schechter back to Garrido. And now he's going to make his move. In. Gives it over to Byrne, but it's saved. Stays with Park Ridge. Shot saved once again by Rothschild. It goes out. It stays with Park Ridge, and it looks like it'll be Jack Lawler, number 9, who will take it in. Lawler is going to give it to Schechter. Schechter all on his own. Some contact there from, I believe that is Driver, CJ Driver, but now it is Garrido with it. He gives it back over to Schechter for the Owls. They've still got it. Schechter can't find a way in. He gives it over to Espinoza. Espinoza back to Schechter. And now back over to Garrido. Over to Rossi. Rossi now Burns. Burns. He gives it back to Lawler behind the goal. Shot. No chance there. It went wide, and now it's going to be Hills with it. Brady Gannon taking it up, number 23. All the way. Now he spins and gives it to Driver. Driver cannot quite find a way in towards the net. So he's going to give it over to Weaver, who scored the opening goal of the match. And he gives it over to Davis. So it is Weaver with it once again. Trying to find a way in, but he couldn't get one. So now it's Brennister trying to find a way in. He's going to get knocked to the ground. And now Park Ridge will get possession. It was Garrido who got the ball, and now he takes it up for the Owls. Past the 50-yard line. Some hard stick checking there. Burns, the shot no good. It was blocked even by Gannon. And now Gannon sent it up to, that was Espinoza, number 22, who got checked hard. And Park Ridge got it back. So now it's Schechter. Schechter. Schechter still with it. He gave it over to not Stewart. He gave it over to Lawler. And now it's Bennett, Michael Bennett, who gave it over to Andrew Rossi, who's trying to drive in for the Owls and level it. Not going to work. Now it is Aiden Schechter with it. Once again, number 4. He's had the ball pretty much the entire time Park Ridge has gotten possession. Lawler still with it after dropping the pass. And now it is Brendan Burns, number 20, who tries to drive in, cannot find a way through the stout Pascack Hills defense. And now it's Rossi. Rossi, Burns trying to find a way in, shoots, and it's in the goal. Park Ridge ties it up. We're all even at 1. Eight minutes 12 remaining in the first half of play. 8 minutes 12 remaining in the second quarter of play. We were tied at 0-0 to start. Then Michael Weaver put one in for Pascack Hills and went up 1-0. Now it was Andrew Rossi who ties it up back at 1 each. Ready for the face-off once again. It's Zach Groves in the middle. Luke McPhee with him, his Park Ridge counterpart. Let's get it going again. Still on the ground as now reinforcements come in, but it's going to be, it looked like Park Ridge got it there, but not quite. And it goes to Groves. Groves and the Broncos take it up. Tried to give it over to John Stewart, but it just didn't work out. The Owls will get it back. And now it's Matt Rossi. Brother scored the equalizer. And he gives it up to Futchess, Nick Futchess. Futchess, now it is Bennett, Michael Bennett, number 7, who has it covered by Connor Onikian. And he gives it over to Aiden Schechter, now in. Schechter got it back. He's still got it. Now he's going to drive in. And he shoots for the lead. Can't get it, though. It goes out, and it'll stay with Park Ridge. Rossi with it. Now it's Bennett, Michael Bennett. He gives it up to Burns. Now over to Rossi. Rossi still with it. Gave it out. No. And it will go out of bounds again. Stays with Park Ridge. That was Schechter. On the shot there, it just went a little bit wide. Rothschild didn't even have to stick his stick out, but he did. And now it's Brendan Byrne with it. Rossi tried to give it in, but no, it's going to go the other way. He gave it into a swarm of Pascack Hills players, and now it's going to be Zach Groves. Groves, number 24, takes it up. He gives it over. Shot for the lead. No. Wait, yes. It did go in. Okay. John Stewart with the second goal for Pascack Hills and his first goal of the game. Stewart makes it a 2-1 game. The Broncos take the lead. On the face-off, it's going to go the Broncos' way. Here's Groves. Groves gives it over to Brennisser, and now Brennisser, who gives it over to Stewart. In, shot, saved. Shot by Schechter. And now the Broncos will get it. And Driver will give it over to Mark Espinoza. Now Brennisser, who gives it up to Weaver. Back over to Brennisser. Now Cole Brennisser driving in with a nice pass to Stewart, and he gets his second goal of the game. Hills up 3-1 on Park Ridge here, ready for another face-off. 5 minutes 35 to go in our first half of play. Back to it now on the face-off. Groves doesn't need any help, but he keeps dropping it. Gets it back for the third time. And now a foul. Nope, never mind. Groves going to take it up. He gives it to Stewart. Stewart looking for the hat trick. Behind the goal. John Stewart, the senior, gave it over. Shot and another goal. This time it comes from Mark Espinoza. And he goes down on the ground after the chest bump as the Broncos go up 4-1. On the break, it's the Broncos still with it, as now Stewart will take it up. Stewart off the pass from Onikian. And he gives it over to Futchus. Over to Brenniser. Now it's Weaver, who would get his second goal of the game should he score. Stewart now with it behind the goal. 4 minutes 27 to go and counting. Here comes Stewart driving in, looking for the hat trick. He's going to give it out, and a nice shot there from Ryan Davis, but it went wide. So here's Driver, spin move. Gets it back off the missed shot, but we got a guy on the ground for Park Ridge, number 8, Matthew Garrido. And they'll bring out the trainer. We'll take a break. Oh, we have good news. It took only about 30 seconds for Matthew Garrido to get back up and walk off, although it doesn't seem to be that we'll see him for at least a few minutes, possibly until the next half, considering we only have 4 minutes left in this second quarter. Little note on CJ Driver, who shot that ball that just went wide before. He's currently the goals and points leader for the Broncos, of course, only after 3 games, but he's also nominated for the North New Jersey Player of the Week. So, for those of you who are interested in voting for that, and I believe you should vote for CJ Driver, we will leave a link to that vote down in the description of this video, just below the video. The Broncos still with it. Now it is John Stewart. Spin move behind the goal, gets it back, but a foul called, and it will go to Park Ridge. Still have it after a little bit of a bobble. It's Matt Rossi who gives it over to Zach Moser, the goalie for Park Ridge, who fires it up, and Park Ridge somehow gets it there. Rossi driving in, Andrew Rossi. He's going to circle back out and give it over to Schechter. Oh, shot is just barely saved by Rothschild. It was right on the line, but it does not matter. Rothschild with a good save, and now the Broncos will take it up. Maybe not for long, because that was Brady Gannon, who was almost impeded, but he was able to get it out to Zach Groves. Now Groves is going to give it to Stewart. On the ground, Stewart will get it. Now Stewart gives it over. Shot and another goal. It goes to Ryan Davis this time. And the Broncos go up 5-1. Back to it now on the face-off. Groves still gets it. That's got to be about 5 face-offs where he's gotten it today, or the Broncos have gotten it, possibly consecutively. And Groves, all on his own, takes it up. He gives it over to Stewart. Still looking for that hat trick, but it's on the ground and it goes to Park Ridge. Whistle. And it's going to be a foul. So it will be Park Ridge, I believe, who has it. I'm not so sure. Nope, it will be the Broncos who have it. Brennesser. Now Stewart. Out to Weaver, who shot it right over the goal. And it goes out. The Broncos will keep it. 2 minutes to go. It will be Davis, now Groves. No, sorry, now Weaver, and now Stewart, who shoots for the hat trick and cannot get it still. Out once again. And it will be with the Broncos once again. Five to 1 the score. Here is another shot from the Broncos. They cannot get it off the ground. Now a fight for it. Does it go out of bounds? It does. And it stays with Pascack Hills. So Weaver now behind the goal to Espinoza. Gave it out to, I believe that is Stewart, John Stewart, but it's on the ground. And now a scrum for it. Do the Broncos get it? No, it's going to be the Owls who get it. I'm not sure. There's still some squabbling going on and a huge check there. Not a cross check, but it was Weaver going down on the ground. And now it's Park Ridge. And look at this. Schechter, unopposed. Gives it another shot. But a good save from John Rothschild, number 33, the Pascack Hills goalie. Park Ridge still with it here. Still a dangerous scenario. Burns gives it up to Futchess. As Bennett comes out of the game. So now it is Futchess with it. Gives it over to Lawler. Now over to Schechter. Schechter over to Rossi. Back to Schechter now. Closer to the goal. Schechter gives it behind the goal. This is Nick Futchess. Now back to Schechter. Up to Rossi. Shoots. Ooh, it hit a guy in the head on the Broncos. That was Christopher Bonanno, another senior. And we'll be back. Bonanno is thankfully able to get up, and he will walk slowly over to the sidelines. back to action here as Stewart's going to get it for the Broncos. Stewart tried to give it up, but no time on the clock. We go to halftime. The score 5-1. Pascack Hills with the lead over Park Ridge. Andrew Rossi with the only goal for Park Ridge. Michael Weaver with one. Ryan Davis with one. Mark Espinoza with one, all for Pascack Hills. And John Stewart leading the charge for the Broncos with 2 goals today. We'll be back in about 10 minutes for halftime, for our halftime break. You're watching Pascack Hills Athletics, your home for Pascack Hills sports. And we welcome you back to Pascack Hills High School for the final 24 minutes, at least the final 24 scheduled minutes of this lacrosse game between the Pascack Hills Broncos and the Park Ridge Emerson Owls. The score, as you can see in the bottom right, is 5-1, and that is a lead for Pascack Hills. 2 goals coming from John Stewart, 1 from Ryan Davis, 1 from Mark Espinoza, and 1 from Michael Weaver. The lone goal for Park Ridge comes from Andrew Rossi. We're back underway here at the start of the third. Some substitutions for the Broncos, as it will be Ryan Davis coming on to the field. Behind the goal, behind the Park Ridge goal, in white it's Pascack Hills. In red, that maroon red, that is the Park Ridge Owls. Behind the goal, it is not Jack Lawler, that's John Stewart. Jack Lawler wears number 9 on Park Ridge. Stewart with his third goal of the game, number 9 on Pascack Hills, and he has a hat trick. Within a minute, the Broncos score here in the third quarter. They go up 6-1 on the Park Ridge Owls. On the face-off, Groves does not get it. Instead, it's going to be Luke McPhee for Park Ridge, who drops it, gets it back, and the Owls stay with it. He gives it on the short pass to Burns. Brendan Burns, number 20, who will take it behind the goal into the end zone for football. And now he gives it up to Aiden Schechter. Schechter had the ball for, if I would ballpark it, around 85 to 90% of Park Ridge possession last half. It seems as though he's starting with it once again. Rossi back to Schechter, but Rossi gets it back, looked for the shot but couldn't get it. Now he's going to give it over to Matthew Garrido, who was subbed out early at the end of the second quarter due to an injury, but he's back on. Shot there is going to be blocked, and it's going to go the other way for the Broncos. Connor Onikian will take it up, but a big check right in the helmet there, and now down on the ground, but a foul. Cross-checking, and I believe that's going to be on Zach Groves, number 24. Matthew Garrido, number 8. Spin move. Trying to get around Groves, but he can't. He gives it over to Andrew Rossi. And now over to Schechter. Schechter, now it is Futchis. Back to Burns now. Off the pass from Jack Lawler, number 9. Shot. Saved. It went wide. Another shot. This time it's saved by Rothschild. And the Broncos get it. Now back down on the ground. Park Ridge is going to get it. Futchis with it. Nick Futchis. He gives it over to Aiden Schechter. Schechter still with it, looking for a way around Gabe Crandall, number 28. And now it's going to go to Rossi. Rossi with the shot. No, it was a pass into Lawler. Lawler took the shot right in front of Rothschild, and it did not go in. Another good save from John Rothschild. And he will send it up the field to Stewart. John Stewart, oh, a big check there. But Stewart keeps it with him. Gives it to Driver. Driver gets checked in the back. Keeps the ball with him after dropping it a few times. A good pass there and a goal. The second for Ryan Davis. And the 7th for Pascack Hills. Seven to 1. That's the score line here. About 2 and a third quarters through this matchup between Pascack Hills and Park Ridge. We're ready for yet another face-off here between Groves and McPhee. And this time it's a little more even, although McPhee does get it and immediately advances into enemy territory. Now it is Schechter. Schechter, he's going to get through two Bronco defenders, but no, the Broncos get it back, and it's Jack Tully. No, it's Aaron D'Alessandro with it. A substitution or a timeout of some sort, maybe a foul. No, it's going to be a timeout for the Broncos. Back now after the timeout, 8 minutes 10 to go in the third quarter. It will be the Broncos who have the ball. And quickly up the field goes Schechter. Well, Michael Weaver has the ball. Now it is John Stewart. Gives it over to Ryan Davis. Nice pass to Espinoza behind the goal. Trying to get through. Fired the shot. It didn't work. It went out of bounds. And it will stay with the Broncos here. Stewart will look to give it in to somebody. Stewart taking it up. Shot. No, and it's going to go to Park Ridge. Not for long, maybe. Gave it back to Zach Moser, number 3, the goalie for Park Ridge, and now Ryan Meyer, number 31, takes it up, cannot cross the midfield line as a defender, and is going to be forced out of bounds by Espinoza there. And now Espinoza going to try and curl around, but he cannot get through. He gives it out to Driver. Driver, spin move. Still got it. Under 7 minutes to go. Driver driving in. Can he shoot though? Gives it in, shot. Wide once again from Michael Weaver. Broncos still have it. Stewart, John Stewart, as we said, one of 4 seniors taking it up. He's going to give it out to Weaver. Drives in, now Stewart. Back out to Brenniser, and now it is Espinoza, now Stewart, but the ball goes in the air. Stewart gets it back. Circles back around, looking for somebody. Fires in. Deflected off of Moser, but it stays in bounds. Foul call. The Broncos still have it. Weaver gives it out to Davis. And now it's Brennisser with a spin move. Shot goes wide. So this time it'll be Espinoza who takes it in, or he gives it over to Stewart. And he does give it over to Stewart. Stewart gives it out to Freitag there, Dylan Freitag, who shot it and it went wide. Once again, it'll be a Bronco ball coming in. Espinoza with it. But now it's Stewart. Stewart tried to give it into Brennisser. It didn't work. Still a chance. Now Driver. Driver still with it. Now he's going to give it over to Justin Diamond. Brennisser back out to Driver. Driver on the ground, gave it to Stewart. Shot. And it was blocked by Zach Moser, the goalie. Here come the Broncos on the inbound again. Espinoza moving around, trying to get around. Fires. No, but it stays inbounds for now. No whistle. Nice pass back out to Driver. This time it goes out. That would have been a good sequence there. Freitag could have gotten a shot off, but no. It was Moser and Matthew Garrido, the two defenders there, helping Moser to save the ball. Comes Driver. Driver lost it. Can he get it back? No, it's going to go to Park Ridge. And Rossi with it goes out of bounds, and it goes to Pascack Hills. Driver gives it up to Freitag. Freitag, shoot. No. Wow, Freitag with a big check there on Garrido, but Garrido takes it up. Whistle, timeout for Park Ridge. And we'll be right back. All right, back to it. It is now Garrido who gives it over to Andrew Rossi. And now back behind the goal to Futchus. Nick Futchus gives it up to Garrido, but it's lost and it goes to the Broncos. So it will be Zach Groves who takes it in for Pascack Hills. He is going to make a nice move there. Oh, lit up by Garrido, but he still has the ball. How about that? Flag thrown. And now a whistle. So they sort out the foul situation, and now it will be still Pascack Hills with the ball. I believe it is Michael Weaver who has it. As Park Ridge finishes up their substitutions. And we get back underway. So now it is Davis. Shot from Driver, but it was saved by Moser. And now over to Meyer, who is looking to pass it up. He'll take it up to about the 35-yard line before he's stopped. And now a long pass up the field. Nobody in the vicinity of that one, and it goes out of bounds. So it'll be Ryan Davis who takes it in for Pascack Hills. 2 minutes 45 to go. Davis gave it up to Brady Gannon. And now Weaver over to Brennisser. And now Espinoza with it behind the goal. He gives it out to Davis again. Brennisser. Now Stewart over to Davis. Espinoza into Driver. Shot and a goal. C.J. Driver, the goals leader for Pascack Hills so far this year. His first goal of the game and his 14th of the year so far, if the stats are to be believed. And Hills goes up 8-1. Groves and Luke McPhee are at the middle, ready to go. Ball's on the ground. Now they get their sticks on the ground, and we're underway. Groves with the reflexes to get it off the jump. And now Driver gives it to Espinoza. Shot. Nice save from Zach Moser. Ooh, big slash there from Espinoza. Uncalled. Now it's McPhee. Over to Schechter. And now back behind the goal to Futchus. He gives it to Burns. Goes out. Goes to Pascack Hills, it looks like. Now who's going to take it in? It's going to be Groves, I believe. So Groves with a nice move to get around the Park Ridge defender. That was Burns. Now heads into a pile of them. Spins out of it. And now passes over to Freitag. Onikian got it off the pass and gave it up to Stewart. Out of bounds. It's going to go to Park Ridge. And now a substitution, it looks like. Minute 7 to go in the third quarter. Over to Matt Rossi now, number 2 for Park Ridge. And he's pressured heavily by CJ Driver, who's going to block the pass. Does he get it? It's on the ground. Still a fight for it? No, it goes back to Rossi, back to Park Ridge, who flings it all the way upfield. And now a big check. But Rossi got denied by John Rothschild there. Andrew Rossi with the shot, number 99, Matt Rossi's brother. And he is the only goal scorer today for Park Ridge. They're down 8-1. 34 seconds to go in the third quarter. Park Ridge still with it. Aiden Schechter gives it out to Andrew Rossi. And now over to Matthew Garrido. Garrido still with it. He gives it over to Burns. Was knocked out. And now Groves. Now it's Rothschild. Tried to give it up. Doesn't matter, because the buzzer sounds and we go to the end of quarter number 3. Score 8-1. 12 minutes to play. We'll be back in a minute. Here we go, ready to go for the fourth and what we presume to be final quarter of this one. 12 minutes on the clock, the score 8-1. It's the Pascack Hills Broncos leading the Park Ridge Owls. And at center field, the face-off goes Pascack Hills' way, it looks like. Nope, it's the Owls with it. Maybe not. Nope, still got it. Rossi couldn't get the pass off. And now a fight for it on the ground behind the goal, just barely in bounds. And a good play from Gabe Crandall to keep it in. Oh, now Rothschild got it on the save. And Weaver with it. Takes it up. He gives it to John Stewart. 3 goals today out of the 8 for Pascack Hills. And now Stewart behind the goal. Gives it over to Weaver. And now it is Groves. Weaver back to Stewart. Over to Weaver. Back over to Davis now, number 14. Up at the 40-yard line, center of the field. Davis making some moves, looking for a way through, can't find it, gives it back out to Michael Weaver. Now over to Stewart. Out to Schechter. Now Weaver going to drive in. Gives it over to Stewart. Stewart with a nice move. Shoot. No. And now it's Espinoza. Gives it out. Pass from Davis. Shot goes above the goal. A good save from Zach Moser. Davis out to Weaver. Driver with another goal, his second of the game. And he had a nice spin move to go along with it. Hills up 9-1 now. 9 minutes 17 to go in the fourth quarter. On the break, goes back to Park Ridge, as now it is Burns. Burns gives it over to Futchis behind the goal, who gives it to Schechter. Schechter, now the shot from Rossi goes wide, out of bounds, and stays with the Owls. Futchis, now it's Schechter. And over to Garrido. Now it's Schechter once again. He gives it out to Futchis. And now it's Brendan Burns, who gives it over to Rossi. Rossi from the 30 gives it back to Burns. Burns with the shot. No, just wide. Now Schechter with the nice move. Goes on the ground all the way up, about 20 feet in the air, and out of bounds. Stays with the Owls. It went off Connor Onikian's stick. Schechter with it off the pass from Futchus. Back to Schechter. And a goal! Baden Schechter for Park Ridge. Second one on the board, first goal for him. Back in the middle on the face-off. Bill stays out. Now it goes to Andrew Rossi. Rossi, oh, it was lost. And now Futchus. Schechter lost again. It is going to go out of bounds and it will go to the Broncos. 7 minutes 22 on the clock. And we're back going. Stewart is going to give it to Espinoza, who will head back behind the goal. Now over to, it's going to be Justin Diamond with it, number 10. And now it's going to be Ryan Davis. So Davis charging in. Fires a shot and in the goal. Double digits on the board, 10-2 the score. And the third from Ryan Davis. 2 hat tricks today for the Broncos. 1 from John Stewart. 1 from Ryan Davis. Still 6 minutes 45 to play. Groves gets it again, falls, still has it though in double coverage, and he keeps it with him. Groves, he gives it over to Stewart. Stewart, shot, oh, he got checked too. The flag. Stewart over to Brennisser. And now over to Michael Weaver at the 35. Stewart, Brennisser with it again, now on the ground. And now Weaver's got it. So Weaver back over to Stewart, now over to Brennisser. Over the head. And he keeps it in bounds. Good move behind the goal from Driver. Now Stewart with the long shot. It was blocked. Got it back. Shot again and in. John Stewart, 4th goal today. And the 11th for Pascack Hills. 11-2 the score. And we'll get ready for our gotta be 15th face-off of this game, something like that. Groves and Luke McPhee in for all of them. Contact there. Park Ridge with it. Ryan Meyer tried to give it up, but now the Broncos might get it. And they do, it seems. Brady Gannon going to give it to Rothschild. The goalie loses it right in front of the goal. Do they get it back? It's like a 4-on-1, 4-on-2. And I believe the Broncos do get it back. Flag on the field once again. And now I think it's going to be a foul on Park Ridge. Yep, the Broncos are going to get it. So that's going to be Aaron D'Alessandro with it. Four minutes 48 on the clock here, fourth quarter. 11-2 the score. The Broncos with a big lead over Park Ridge. And back to it. Sandro with the pass up to Weaver. So it is now Brennisser with it. He gives it over to Freitag. And now it is Weaver. Back over to Freitag after the pass from Ryan Davis. Now Stewart. Over to Brennisser. Now into Freitag, who gets the goal, gets the shot saved. And now it's Rossi, unopposed, up the field. Gives it over to Schechter. Now Schechter with some coverage from Gannon, but he still has it. Gives it over to Futchis. Nick Futchis with it. And now it's Schechter, shot wide and out of bounds. It is going to be a Park Ridge ball here. Substitutions for Park Ridge. They get that under control. The Broncos with it now. Diamond has it, number 10. And he's going to spin around, shoots. No, it was off the post, it looked like. It does not go out of bounds. Diamond is able to keep it with him. Now it is going to be Stewart. Shot from Davis. He could not get it through the mound of Park Ridge defenders there. Garrido, shot and in. Matthew Garrido scores for the first time today, and Park Ridge gets their third goal. 11-3 the score, 2 minutes 21 to go. Back to it with the face-off here. 2 minutes 21 to go. There it is. Groves with it. Spinning around. He's got 3 Park Ridge defenders on him. And now another whistle. It's going to be a timeout for Pascack Hills, it looks like, so we'll be back in a moment. All right, timeout over. We're ready to go once again. Score 11-3. Pascack Hills with the lead over Park Ridge. 2 minutes and counting to go. As Connor Onikian with it off the pass from Michael Weaver. Ooh, a big check there, and Onikian on the ground. Can he get it back up? Yes, he can. And now he's forced out of bounds, so Park Ridge will get it back. Minute 50 to go. Looks like it'll be Andrew Rossi who will take it up. And no, he'll give it into Baldo Palazzato. But the pass is intercepted by C.J. Driver. Driver up the field. Got 2 goals so far today. And now back in the corner. What does he do? Well, he's listening to his coach first. That's what he's doing. But now he's going to run back up the field to the 30, 40-yard line. And now he's going to drive in. Looking to drive in. Driver, spin move. Now finally a pass there to Davis. 1 minute to go. Headed out of bounds, so we'll get back to it. It looks like Park Ridge has it, and it'll be Andrew Rossi on the inbound play once again. Rossi with the pass to Palazzato. Short kind of tipped pass out for Park Ridge. It's Garrido with it. Just about 40 seconds on the clock. Garrido trying to drive in, loses it. Popped up in the air, now Groves gets it. Dropped. Ooh, got leveled. But didn't have the ball when it happened. Now a whistle, and the clock stops with 25 on the clock. Dying embers of this one. 11-3 is the score. And unless, well, high school sports, miracles do happen more often than not, but still an 8-goal deficit within 25 seconds. Is it possible? Sure. Is it probable? Not even close. And even they know it. Finish it out. It's Cole Brennesser with the ball as seconds tick off. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. It's over. Pascack Hills improves to 4-0 on the year. An incredible start. 4 wins in 4 games. And they beat Park Ridge Emerson 11-3. We thank you for joining us for the first of possibly many broadcasts here on PH Athletics, which is, of course, your home for Pascack Hills sports. I'm Matthew Merlino. Once again, thank you all for joining us, and have a great day wherever